2 weeks after the first Ebola death in the United States, and months into the media frenzy, I was curious to hear what Springfieldians had to say regarding the threat of an Ebola outbreak in the United States. And this time, I wasn't going to take any chances.
Truth about Ebola is I don't think it's as serious as it is.
I'm absolutely afraid of it. The second nurse flew to Cleveland the day before she was admitted to the hospital.
Yes, I'm personally fearful of it.
I think people are overreacting.
I think if it does get worse, it just gives us an opportunity to develop medical procedures.
With such diverse responses, and some even finding a positive side to the story, I wanted to know how Springfield would handle this situation if given the power.
Well, some people say that, they have already created a cure for a lot of our other basic diseases and stuff. Instead of, trying to push it off with, some say that our country is corrupted with, our government's officials is greed with power and money hungry. Instead of using all that greed, they should be, instead of pushing it off, the cures off, instead of giving it out to the people, instead of just hiding it.
It's up to the public whether whether they inundate the hospitals with, I've got cold cough and I've been to Cleveland once in my life, so now you're treating them like an Ebola patient.
Wash hands.
I honestly just think it's not a big deal at all.
Right,
So
I'm
kind of thinking
I think we're
there's not
prepared as we can be. Prepared as we possibly can be.
Honestly, if they could just figure out a way to, I guess not necessarily track it, but a way to detect it at least, and use that, I guess, at borders, airports, so that people aren't traveling into other countries just spreading the infection.
No matter what, I think it's going to hit us hard, but especially Southwest Missouri, we have so many international travelers. I think that we're probably going to be a main place to get that gets hit. I don't think Cox and Mercy are prepared or we're big enough to handle if that many people got sick.
As the discussions continued, some people seemed to fall further into the pessimistic rabbit hole, while others were entirely apathetic. For the first time, I left downtown more confused and overwhelmed than when I arrived.
I don't think it's going to spread at all. I think people are freaking out for nothing.
With the scare, with the two nurses getting it hits home really close, especially when you work with, the front lines.
I mean, I'm tired of hearing about it. That's all I have to say. I think they just like to freak people out, like Kobe said.
We'll never know the truth as long as the government's in charge.
Zombie apocalypse, forget that, Ebola apocalypse.
They're just going to branch out, and it could infect the rest of the country and the continents.
I agree. I don't think we're really prepared.